after Genevan Bible that was copied from the Old Testament, which is Torah. The King James Version was written from Biafra land by the king servants of Britain. What he wrote there was everything they saw in Biafra land. So we should understand that the Bible was actually our culture, but whereby, because when they come to conquer us, they were unable to do it for 30 years. They have to call London, and London told them to stop fighting, that what they have to do is to join them, mingle with them, know what they are doing, because the people who they are using to fight were telling them that the way they fight was mysterious. They cannot be able to know the way they fight. And when they stop fighting, join, they start to see that we have a spiritual power that guides our people. That is where they start to learn our culture. And everything they saw there, they supply it to London. They are telling the London every story. Now they have to write Bible in a way to accommodate what they want into Bible. And that thing they want is in order to try to put some tricks in the Bible that will make us to be loyal and subject to them, to be able to slave. And when our people start to accept all these things, that is where God's anger become to our people, rest upon us. And that's why if you see, many a time when our leader pray, he always asks God for forgiveness, because our people do a lot of things that we need to come close to God. To get Biafra is very, very simple thing. And we should understand that the issue of Biafra is beyond just this Nigeria issue. Biafra matter is the world as a whole, because the world know who you are. It is we that are lacking who we are. And I want us to understand that our origin comes from Jacob. And Jacob, this land, the West Africa you see so, was where he diverted when he was coming from Syria, going to the Middle East, the Jerusalem that is now in the Middle East. When Esau told him, let's go to house, he told him, no, let my people rest, because we are coming from a long journey. After Esau left, he diverted and crossed river. It was in the West Africa, Nigeria, where we see today, calling Nigeria. That is where he rested. And the problem came on where they saw Joseph. That was where issue come up, that all of them went back to God take them down to Egypt. And in Egypt, why a lot of confusion in our midst today was that when the Pharaoh in Egypt declared, the elders in the Egypt take a decision to kill every son of Israel because of their multiplication. They are afraid that the war may come, and many of them, they will join the people to fight them. They raised a resolution to kill every of their first son, which the news came in to them. The people, the ones that live as ketchup, because when Jacob was going to Jerusalem, he doesn't go inside, he stay outside. It was the second part of his family that went inside to stay with Jacob. The other one remained outside Egypt. And when the news came to them, some of them say they cannot stay there, their generation will be wiped away. So some out of those ones that are living as sketch come back, and they find themselves in the land called Igodomi. And mind you, the whole West Africa, the real name is called Idu. That is the real name. And in Nigeria, this circle, that this area, that map that they call Nigeria, that particular area is called the tribe of Judah. That is the Judah you are reading in Bible. It's not the Judah that you are seeing in the Middle East. That was the place. So, and if you know the reason why Britain come into Nigeria, they didn't just come into Nigeria, or maybe they are doing research and come into Nigeria. No. What brought Britain into Nigeria was the Battle of Idu. And why those the Battle of Igodomigodo, which is the Battle of Idu, and why that battle come up was a king, the first Igwe in the land. And you know, in our culture, is the first son that's supposed to take over the throne if the father died. But this Igwe died without a son. He has a daughter. And this is the culture where we have the first time that our tribe have to adopt what we call Ezenwany. Because instead of calling him Igwe, they now call him Ezenwany because he's a daughter and he has to take over that throne. But what happened is that as soon as that happened, the elder divided into two. One was against, one was in support. And those one that was against plot to overthrow the woman. And when they overthrown the woman, he fled. On the high sea, he met all this the France that are settled over that area. He complained what is going on to them. And that's where they invite Britain to help and fight the throne. And the agreement he gave to them was the first land that we conquer, they will take over that land and stay there. He accepted. That's why in Lagos State, which is the land of Idu, the land of Igodomigodo, the first area they captured was there. They call it no man's land. It was Britain that called that place no man's land because of the agreement he has with the Ezenwany, the mother of Idu. If you watch in our river line area, they always crown women. Why in the upper area, we always crown men as Igwe. So this issue was the way Britain come into our land and use this Bible, put some certain things to confuse us to accept them. And when we now accept them, they now use it as an opportunity. I want to tell us, my village, which is in the Ebonyi State, was the first place they intended to settle, but our people refused them. Many of them died because of snake bites in that forest. So if you watch, the Israel we are talking about, is the Abraham. Jacob. Jacob was called Israel. But the house of Jacob was the children of Israel. And Jacob himself has 4 wives. And there is a problem that Jacob created in his family, which happened that he divided the family into 2. And that was the reason when he noticed that his son, Joseph, was in Egypt, he was going there, he refused to go inside and now stay outside. The family, the other family that were together with the mother of Jacob, because the mother of Jacob has a housemaid which continued with him, and with the first wife, which has a maid. That's how it was 4 women. Now, what really happened is that when those groups come out, then the remaining group remained there until when Moses was giving birth. And God called Moses to liberate those one. And those one that is liberating was those one inside Egypt, which is the one that he now took down to the Middle East. And mind you that when he took them to the Middle East, many of them are still having knowledge that there is a place they're from and go, because we live in Ora.
Please, to correct you, there is no place called Middle East. Where you call Middle East is part of Africa. There is no place called Middle East. Middle East don't exist. Thank you.
That's what they used to identify them now. That's what they used to identify them now, for now. So you watch that is the people that went there, which is, I want us to understand that Israel is a 2 country. One still remains in Africa. The other one that has gotten their independence that are in the Canaan, you can call it the Canaan land. Those one are there. This one are here. That's why when Christ was presently on earth. He said, they are my people who are not here, whom I will bring in the last day. That is this issue that are happening now, to liberate the Biafran. And Biafran, because the Israel in the Middle East, that has also overwhelmed, because the people there, which is the original Jews in that place, were black, with black skin. They are not white you are seeing now. That's why our leaders say one certain time, many people believe that Israel will come to our aid, Israel will come to help us. No, doesn't even know that we are the one that are going to save Israel. Because there are still a lot of things that are going to happen. Because many things that are about to happen now, Biafra will be liberated, but the entire West Africa will be in turmoil. And that's why I will encourage every one of us to stand strong and also give support for the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, to push this matter, because our people need our people need to unite and know that we hold the key. The key we hold is that we are the only one that will stop this Islamic. And remember that issue of Islam is Ishmael that make a decision that is going to conquer the house of Abraham and take it as his first destiny. That's why you see all of them. Britain know that that is the only key to use and subdue Israel. That's why the same thing they did in the Middle East are the same thing they try to do in the eastern Nigeria, which they have identified clearly. They are the same people. And if you watch, in Israel, they divided north and south. In the Biafra land, you can see that we divided north and south. And mind us, the meaning of Israel simply means the travelers. That's why in our side, we always call our name as Ojemba. Sometimes we call the people in the river line Ndimbamili, and the people in the hinterland, they call them Ojemba. In the middle belt, they usually call them Ndimbuvu. Ndimbuvu is different from the Uvausa. Uvausa is the cornut. But the middle belt, between the middle belt is the northern Biafra, the northern side of Biafra, while the hinterland is the middle. And the south, the place they call South today, are the Mbamili. So that we should know. But as time goes on, because if I say make I still go deep, I may take the whole day to go deep and be able to dig out some certain things. So I can stop here. So if my time reach again, I can still air some view. Or if anybody has anything to ask me to, I'll still be here to answer. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful summation. To clarify what you just said, let's listen to this.
Now, look at that flag of Nigeria. Please publish flag of Nigeria 1940-1960. Now, listen very carefully, please. So now go to that man. Flag of Nigeria. Please publish flag of Nigeria 1940-1960. Now listen very carefully, please. I'm going to read it for all of you so you can follow it very carefully. First of all, once you see this very flag that's better designed, you ask yourself, what is the flag of David? Do you want the flag of the people that actually hate to choose? Britain didn't choose someone that they never wanted Israel to be free. Britain fought on the side of Jordan to destroy Israel in 1948. So if you don't know that, I'm telling you, God is that the history of British suppression of the people of the book is not start today. Britain is bombed out of Israel. The Israelis used to drag them away. Britain went to Britain had what was a Palestine mandate. Their job was to stop the invasion of Israel. Do you know that? It was the job of Britain. The same mandate that Satan gave to Britain, Satan gave Britain the you want to bring and get the freedom, you will sit here, you must give this land hands. Something like that. But I'll teach you. Now you read. The flag of the Union between 1914 and 1960 was a British from Biafra. Now this is how it is. The flag of Nigeria between 1914 and 1960 was a British UN sign with a great star of Britain. Now, is Britain a Jewish state? Now, just ask yourself, is Britain a Jewish state? If the answer is no, then ask yourself, what are British people? What I am giving people asking these questions. Your assignment is I'm trying to build a way here for you. Your assignment is to perform a new village. Please go to Uti and go look at the pyramids that our ancestors built. And then ask yourself, where? And ask him again, where? Do you have some pyramids? It's an ancient. So now, the next question is, the Egyptians come to help us to a big pyramid. Now you are not answering questions. That's number one. I want to establish what I call biblical link between Biafrans. Biblical that your two naked eyes can see. Or some of you are with your flesh and not with your that's kind of reason why I did the education. The other one I'm not telling you. Ask yourself, what is the start of David doing? British people are very Jewish. It was never changed since the people started to control. When the white war began under it as a fantasy, it was adopted by the colony and protectorate of Nigeria following the amalgamation of the South and the Northern Protectorate. Are you following very carefully? The colonial flag of the South was adopted in 1914 following the amalgamation of Southern and Northern Nigeria. It was first suggested by the first Governor of Nigeria. Look at me where he came from. Like I said, we have all this and please tonight we start. Go on that, listen, open your ears and listen. Write everything that is confusing you, write it down. Go back and let them go and interrogate it. You find the answer to it. It was adopted by the government. Nigeria started the project. And they asked look at one thing and said it's a symbol of the unification of Nigeria because of the sale of song, which was associated with the British virtues. Look at the virtues. Look at. I'm placed in Nigeria, my country. I am making the proud Nigeria.
Am I the only one?
Please, is the volume coming out?
Not really okay. Not really okay.
Okay, let me try. Let me try again. If it's okay now, if the volume is okay, you can tell me. I'm coming.
Okay.
Is the volume okay now?
The white man who is
The
not
volume okay?
Jewish, a white
That is
man who
okay.
is not circumcised, what is he doing with it?
Let me take it back since it wasn't coming out.
It was adopted by the colony. Now go to that man, flag of Nigeria, please publish it. Flag of Nigeria 1940 to 1960. Now listen very
It's
carefully.
okay now.
I'm going to read it for all of you so you can follow it very carefully. First of all, once you see this very flag that Britain designed, you ask yourself, what is the Star of David doing on a flag of the people that actually hate Jews? Britain. Britain hated Jews so much that they never wanted Israel to be free. Britain fought on the side of Jordan to destroy Israel in 1948. Some of you don't know that. I'm telling you, core history tonight. That the history of British suppression of the people of the book did not start today. Britain were bombs out of Israel. The Israelis used bombs to drive them away. Britain Britain had what was called the Palestine Mandate. Their job was to stop the creation of Israel. Do you know that? Some of you don't read, you don't research. It was the job of Britain. The same mandate that Satan gave to Britain in Biafra, Satan gave Britain the same mandate in Israel. Satan said to Britain, Satan brought Britain and said to Britain, you must sit here, you must give this land to Arabs. Are you aware of that? So some of you don't know, but I will teach you. Listen. Now we read. The flag of Nigeria between 1914 and 1960 was a British blue ensign. British designed it with a green star of David, green, to signify the fertile lands of Biafra. Now listen, I will repeat. The flag of Nigeria between 1914 and 1960 was a British blue ensign with a green star of David. Now, is Britain a Jewish state? Now I'm just asking the idiots. Is Britain a Jewish state? If the answer is no, then ask yourself, what are British people? What I have given people asking foolish questions. Your number one assignment is I'm trying to weave the web here for you. Your number one assignment is to perform a pilgrimage. Please go to Udi and go and look at the pyramids that our ancestors built. And then ask yourself, where? I ask you again, where do you have such pyramids? It's in Egypt. So now the next question is, did Egyptians come to Enugu State to come and build pyramid? Now you are going to answer that question, not me. That's number one. I want to establish what I call biblical link between Biafra and Israel. Biblical that your two naked eyes can see. Although some of you are with your foolish brain cannot reason, at least your two eyes can see. Go to Enugu, you will see it. That was part of the reason why Enugu was chosen. The other one I will not tell you because you cannot comprehend it. You can't understand it. Ask yourself, what is the Star of David doing? Are British people, are they Jewish? Are they from Israel? But Britain put this very star there. Where did you find the star? That is a very simple question. Britain, where did you get the Star of David that you put on this Nigerian flag? Mind you that Nigeria contains the south and the north, encompassing the whole of Biafra. Now listen very carefully. It was later changed to St. Edward's with the white word Nigeria under it as a red disk. It was adopted by the colony and protectorate of Nigeria following the amalgamation of the South and the Northern Protectorate. Are you following very carefully? The colonial flag of the zoo was adopted in 1914 following the amalgamation of Southern and Northern Nigeria. It was first suggested by the first Governor General of Nigeria, Sir Frederick Lugard. So Lugard knew where we came from, but they said we have no history. And please, tonight you must pay attention. Listen, open your ears and listen. Write anything that is confusing, you write it down. Go back later on to go and interrogate it. You find the answers to it. It was adopted by the colonists. Lugard started the whole thing. They asked Lugard, why did you do this? He said it's the symbol of the unification of Nigeria because of the seal of Solomon, which was associated with the native Igbo Jews. Lugard said, Igbo Jews, Lugard. Almost said, I pledge to Nigeria, my country. I'm a proud Nigerian. The person that created you a nigger said the reason why I am putting the seal of Solomon or Star of David, as they call it, on this flag here of British colonial Nigeria is because this particular star, according to a white man before 1914, they unveiled in 1914, when some of you have not been born, some of you, even the Alamajri that impregnated some of you, your mothers, during the war, have not been born by them. The slave. Are you listening very carefully? I want to open your skull so you can listen. Because when it comes to education and research, I don't think that, apart from Princeton Library in the USA, I don't think anybody can compete with us. To be honest with you, I don't think they can. I'm not being arrogant. I don't think you can. Some of you are not educated enough to stand that debate. You know how to act, but you're not learning. And when you're not learning, how can you reason properly? I hope you're following. Ask yourself this question: why would a white man who is not Jewish, a white man who is not circumcised, what is he doing with the Star of David? And some of you are so foolish. You don't know that this very Igbo Jewish Star of David on the flag was done in 1914. Israel only adopted this Star of David in 1948. And some of you bring 1914, 1948, which one is older? Who is copying who?
Did you hear that? I was not the one that said it. But let me try and correct something. The Star of David actually came in existence in 1906, if I'm not making a mistake, not 1914. I'm trying to get it, so I will post it for many of us who don't know. I posted it on my page before, but I cannot go there and look for it because it will take me almost all the whole day to search for it. It was 1906. So we have been using that star before 1906. They discovered it in our land when they came. They discovered it in our land when they came. So they made it public for people to know, for people to see in 1906, not 1914. The Star of David have been existing in public in 1906. Let me try if I can get it, then I post it for people who have not seen it before, those who have no idea. I'm just trying to, because in this place we deal with facts, we don't assume. Here we deal with facts. As we are telling you, we are showing you the proof. And that is it. I did not say it, you heard it from him. So that is one of the reasons why this unification will continue. The star have been in existence in 1800, okay? It have been existent in 1800, not 1906, but it's the same thing. Let me try and post it. I just found it now. So if I should go and look for it in my page, it will take me the whole year. It have been existing in our land in 1800. Now ask yourself, people who have been using the Star of David in 1800 and people who started using it in 1948. Israel was created in 1948, if I'm not making a mistake. And people who started using it in 1948, who picked this Star of David in 1948, who is copying who are the original Israel? So I will post it for us to see, because I am a very, very brutal researcher. I want to post it for most of us who don't have time to make research. Then after that, we'll go to the next speaker. coming. Just a moment.
Please, your voice is not coming.
I'm coming. I'm trying to post it so that other people can see.
Okay.
Because we deal with fat here. We have been using Star of David before 1800. Israel started using it in 1948. Now ask yourself, is the original They know who we are. They know we are. They know we are. We are the original Jews. They know. The unification has begun, and it will continue. It have begun, and it will continue. We will continue to unify all our people. All of them. Every one of them. We will unify all our people. Every one of them. We are not leaving an inch of our land behind. It's a reason for that. Because if we should leave any one of them behind, Fulani will kill them off and they will cease to exist. I just posted it now. Let me put it on the Jumbotron. For those of us who don't know, we started using this Star of David before 1800. In 1800, the British, they placed it in Nigeria flag. It's on the Jumbotron there. It's on the Jumbotron there. So you ask yourself, who is copying who? Who is the original Israeli? Who is the original Jews? Who is copying each other? Israel was found in 1948. Israel became a country in 1948. That is to say, before 1948, there is no place called Israel. But that is not the reason why we came today. So that is a discussion for another day. That is a discussion for another day. My brother, Otunwa Mwanya, Emuranya, my brother, unmute the mic and give us your submission. After you, and it will take over from you. Otunwa Mwanya, you have the mic. Thank you. It looks like Otunwa is not close to his device. And for freedom, unmute yourself and give us your submission.
Okay, my brother. Elder good man, I greet you. I greet everybody in the house for this great opportunity given to me. I don't know if my voice is okay. If it's okay, I should continue.
What's topic?
Thank you very much, my sister, the daughter of ancestor. Yes, in fact, I love this your name. I love this your name so much because that's who we are. I will not fail to salute my sister Eunice. I saw Mouthpiece. I greet all of you. Yeah, I was here before they shut you down, and I tried to put one or two things together, but I was listening as I'm working. I'm listening. So, but I'm happy to receive this mic because what we are talking today is another fundamental issue that they have pressured our leader Mazin Namdekalo several times to drop this very issue, but he never accepts because he knows that talking about Biafra is talking about the God is God's assignment, is God's project, and you don't have to add your own wisdom whenever you're on an assignment that is owned by God, because Biafra is God's kingdom on earth. Now, to bring Biafra together is to restructure the whole universe. Let me use it that word like that. Bringing Biafra together is restructuring the whole universe because a lot of lies have been told, a lot of wrong narratives. Many things have gone wrong. For you to deceive a people, you must lie to them. It's just like when you come across those that do all this Yahoo business. For them to defraud you, they must lie to you. Now, I discovered that at a time, the world was like, they were moving in direction of God. But somehow along the line, there are these people that felt that they were cheated by nature. And they started envying those that were blessed by nature or by God. And the only thing they could do Am I coming out? If I'm coming out, please. There was a call that.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Thank you, my dear. So, what they did was, as they started envying these people, it was a long. I keep on telling people, excuse me, somebody is just disturbing me, but I must continue. If my voice is coming out, I must continue. So, and for them to infiltrate the world, they started, packaging lies, deceit, start, projecting so many fake information. They destroy the original thing. They try to hide the truth from the people. They try to project darkness instead of light. And that is the reason why when you look at the whole universe today, you will find out that things are not going as it's supposed to be. And I am happy today that, anything that is not original, it can take some time, but it can never last forever. When you look at the way the whole thing is turning around, you will believe with me that things are no longer going to be the same, because the darkness have existed for so long, the lies have destroyed so many things for so long. Those that perpetrated all these things, they have enjoyed for so long, thinking that it will continue to be so. But by me looking at it, I can tell you today that God is doing something. And to unify the ancient people of Biafra will lead to restructure the whole universe, because when we talk of Biafra, you can never talk of Biafra without connecting the dots, because Biafra are everywhere. There was a documentary that I saw, and I was surprised to find out that even in Japan, The ancient people of Japan are black. And when I look at their mode of dressing, when I look at the mode of the way they look, I'm not trying to link them to us, but you know what we mean by saying that somebody have a dark color, because we are not black. Is another narrative they say to us, just underrate us. Okay, so unifying the Biafrans is you at the same time bringing the whole world, bringing the whole God's people, bringing the whole life together, because there will be no stone that will be left unturned. Everybody, just we will do the one we're supposed to do, but leave the rest for the people and for nature. Because you will see people coming from all nations. You know, when you read Bible, you will find a place where they talk about bringing people from all nations. That my people will come from all nations. You know, even if I will be sincere with you, these people know that a time like this will come, because they are the ones that even projected this Bible that we are talking about, whatever book of God that many people believe on. I don't believe on all this shit. Okay, but I am not against those that believe in it. But being the one that knowing very well that these people that kept us in this situation we are today, they are the ones that projected even the Bible that we are talking about, that have done us more harm than good, because they know that a time will come, even when we start asking questions. That's why there are so many things they put in there, just for you to know that they know what they are doing. You know that they know exactly what they are doing. They know that there will be a time, a generation will start asking questions. This generation will begin to ask, you told us that it's like this, but it's not like this, it's like that. This generation will start asking, why is it like this? They knew. And when you read some of their books, you will find out that they knew that a time like this will come. I was following Nname TV. That was yesterday night. Am I still coming clear, please? Because this call is distracting me.
Loud and clear.
Thank you. I will summarize so that I will settle them. I was following Nname TV yesterday with my wife, and something happened. I came across one interview that he made to an elderly man in one place in River State. This man is almost 50 something or 70 years. He's an elderly man, full of gray hair, and I believe that he's educated, because even in that interview, he said that he went to school. And do you know what happened? This man he's a journalist. He was asking this man questions in Igbo language. This man was answering his questions in Igbo language. All the questions that he asked is in Igbo language. And this man did not say that he learned Igbo when he was in Onitsha, or he learned the language that he's speaking when he was in Aba. He submitted that the language he's using to answer that question is their own language. But this man said that he's not an Igbo man. A tribe, you are speaking your father language, your village language,
and the person that is interviewing you is an Igbo man from another state, and the person is interviewing you with Igbo language, and you are speaking your mother language, not that you learned it, it's your own language, but you are telling that person that you are not an Igbo. Even the red cap the man was wearing, you see the logo, you see that is what we used to know Igbo people. The name of his village, as you hear the sound, you will know that it's an Igbo name. But do you know that they have worked on his mind that even at his own age, this man was proud to say that he is not an Igbo man. And the young boy asked him why. He said, because if Igbo man is speaking Igbo, he cannot hear his own Igbo. And if he is speaking his village Igbo, somebody from Abia cannot hear it. And because of that, he is not Igbo. you see how they lie. Just use this thing that I am telling you now to know what these people have done to us. Because I know that when Abakaleke came and speak, I am from Enugu, but I don't hear them. When some people from Imo State speak, I don't hear their language. But I can only, based on their intonation, even I can get some words that I will understand that this person is speaking Igbo. And when that person wants me to hear him, he will speak the Igbo that I will hear, which we call Central Igbo. Even sometimes we can mix up with our own, our own village language or, where state we come from. But the person will know that you are speaking Igbo. But they have brainwashed some sets. I'm not trying to generalize everybody, but the reason why I speak on this man is that it is a result of what we are seeing today in the African continent. They lied to us because they know that when they lie to you, that is when they will defraud you. They know that when they lie to you, that is when they will divide you and they will make sure that they suck you till you die. So what am I trying to say? I am very happy today that I have some lions. I have some, radical men from a neighboring area today that is doing us great in this very struggle. That's why anytime I come on your show, I feel like listening much than to talk. Because when I hear you guys speak, I knew that the nature have started work. You can hold a pregnancy, but it's just for a while, it must push. You can try, but when you are tired, that pregnancy must push. So that is exactly what is happening today. So, as I agree with you people, we are not going to leave anyone. Listen, we are not even talking about leaving anybody. We are going to do what we're supposed to do, just as we are doing it today, to make sure that we carry everybody along. But I am here to let everybody in this place to know that even after that, many will still follow us. People will come from afar off to identify themselves to life, because Biafra is life. Biafra is truth. From the day Biafra will be restored, that is the day truth will be restored in the whole universe. And you will see the God's people coming from different places, looking for this truth. The same way as they said in the Bible that when they gave birth to the Messiah, 3 wise men followed the star to where he was born. That is how the star of truth, that is how the star of light, righteousness, will be seen all over the universe. And God's people will trace those stars to his own nation. That is what Biafra represents. So we will just do a little work that God has given to us to make sure that we carry all our people along, the ones we can reach. But believe me, after the emergence of Biafra nation, you will see the exodus of people of God from all the whole continents of the whole universe. That is my submission. And I want to use this opportunity to thank all my reverend brothers and sisters that the spirit of freedom has possessed at this very point of time. You guys are picking up the mantle, and I don't even believe that the time will come when you people will be in forefront as it is today. But you remember that history always repeats itself. Even at the very beginning of this Biafra movement, you guys are always in the front. But the same propaganda and lies have lasted just for 60 years, trying to underrate the effort of the people that even name these God's people, the name they are bearing today, Biafra. They try to make them look like other people. They try to, bring problems in between, lie, and make them to look like they are not among. But you can lie, but you cannot lie to blood. So I thank all of you. I pray that God Almighty and the Spirit of freedom, our ancestors, will keep on energizing you guys until the whistle will blow and we get into Biafra. Thank you very much. And God bless every one of you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful summation. May the ancestors continue to bless you. That was a wonderful summation. My sister Stella, you requested for the mic, but I cannot find you again. Please, you have to come back and give that wonderful summation that you wanted to give. My brother, the truth, I'm having problem trying to bring you the truth watch. I'm having problem trying to bring you. You have to go out and request again. It's not allowing you in. Please, if you request for the mic that we are not able to bring you in, you don't have to be angry because you know these people are always fighting us when we are giving out this truth. They don't like to hear the truth and they don't want people to know this truth. That is why we have been kicked out so many times. Someone like me that is talking to you today, I cannot host. They will never allow me to host because they know that if I should host, is a problem. So I can only come in and speak when other people host. So that is the problem. If I wish there is another co-host, maybe the person can be able to bring you in. Me, I'm having it difficult even to bring people in. Is a problem. Sometimes they don't even allow me to do anything. So we are sorry for how it is going, but we continue. The truth must prevail. My brother 247 is here. 247, you are welcome into this our hallowed platform where we teach people the truth as we are being sent to. Can you unmute your mic and talk to our people? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Elder God. Amen. I greet you, my brother. Honestly, I was listening to you before the thing went off. My network went off. I must say, honestly, I never know you were this. You are too much. In short, you're too much. I listen to you. You speak. You in short, you're a teacher, not be teacher. You know.
Can I that person vote?
Yeah. Go on.
Can I give any other person a code so that you can bring person in?
Yes. If there is anybody, you can make another person at least two co-hosts because it is difficult for me to bring somebody. So
Can you bring
at
it?
least make it two. If my brother 247 is here, you can make him co-host. You can make him
47?
co-host.
No.
Yes.
I beg you,
If
no,
he's not
go
around,
there because me, they come in, they come out. Honestly, today is weekend. You know, say
if
you know, so give. I can see. I spot Our mouthpiece is here. I see the first here. I see Eunice UTT. Eunice, a long time. How you there? What you like hearing? Who the I don't know who sent me make I follow am. I just follow you. Anyway, like I was saying before, either God, amen. Is either God, amen, or either God, man, amen.
Either God, amen. When you say prayer, at the end of your prayer, you say amen. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
It's
right.
either God, amen. Thank
All
you.
right. Elder God, amen. What a name. Wow. Awesome. So, my people, I thank you all. I thank you all. I thank you all. You see, what you were saying is all truth. You see, sometimes I ask myself, how is it that when I just have inspiration, I will say it, I will teach it, and some people that I don't know that have made research will come and confirm it. Honestly, what we are teaching people today, I have taught this, I think, 2 years ago or a year ago. Religion is, when you think, most of us that are outside in diaspora, European, America, United Kingdom even, you will find out that they don't worship God. They just have a kind of a custom, a ritual where every time, even it's old people you see in their church. And I used to say again that paradise you see is in our home. In our home. The Garden of Eden is somewhere amongst us, but it's something we will discover when Biafra come. I'm telling you, there are a lot of things in Biafra land that we don't even know, and we may not know unless we fight to restore Biafra. There are so many things. So today I was streaming our leader Mazen Nandikano. He was in Japan and he was saying, he was telling Japan, do you know why they don't want Biafra to come? Biafra, they don't want Biafra to come because they say Biafra will be another greater Japan. And it is true. They are scared. You know what it looks like? When that evil man in your kindred, in your community, whenever a child is born, they will go to verify from soothsayer or whosoever. Tell me, they had a new baby. What is that baby going to be? Is he going to be mighty? I don't want anybody to compete with me or my children. No. When you tell them, that one, no go area, that one is very mighty. He's going to be a very mighty man. He will begin to look for whatever he will do to stop that guy, that baby from growing or from being what that baby ought to be. But I want to tell us that we Africans, we Biafrans, we Africans are the light of the whole world, and we Biafrans are the engine room of this light of the whole world. Like you see, when we come tell people that we Africans don't have Caucasian amongst us. We don't have any color that is outside the art color amongst us. Anybody you see amongst us that is like all this Arab color, English white color, they call themselves white, but I never see who white before. They say they be white. Maybe we just give them that white. I never see what. There is nothing like any white, anything that is in Africa, that was in Africa, but African colors. That's why when you come, you see Africans are beautiful. And then they came into our land. They occupy our land. And you see what happened in South Africa during Mandela? It's just the exact thing that has been happening both in Morocco, both in Egypt, both in Libya, both in so many places. They came. All these people you see, Morocco, Tunisia, they are all strangers in Africa. They don't belong to Africa. And another thing I want us to know, you see these people we call Israeli. today, they are not the real Israeli. The real Israelites are me and you. Go and find out. There was nobody and there has never been any true person like this color you see in Israeli today. That is their color. Their color was African color. And the truth is that Israel used to be Africa until they divide. You know, our problem is that whatever they tell us is what we take. That is why now in Nigeria, in Nigeria, in Niger area, they have succeeded in brainwashing us into believing that there should be no history in our schools. And we have taken it like that. Sira, anywhere the drivers go, we go there like that. Today, nobody knows of any. I learned that we had in CBD from the mouth of Mazen Nandikalo and mouth of this our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Yes, I heard it. I heard of it once, the first time from their mouth. And then history, when they wipe away history, you will not know that there was somebody called Oba Overanwe Nobaisi. You will not learn. You will not know. You will not know that there was somebody like Amayenobo Opopo and the rest of them, so many of them. You will not know that there were people that said to Queen of England, instead I will bow down to you, cut off my head, and they died for what they believe in. Our people, the true Biafran, every true Biafran is diehard. Every single true Biafran you see, now diehard it be. We don't give up. We don't give up at all. We don't give up. We always die for what we believe in, because whatever you see a true Biafran believing is true, is light, is righteous. I'm telling you the truth. So when these people came, they tell you you are Sheikh. It was after the war that they began the demarcation or division. And you ask yourself, why are they dividing us? Let me tell you, somebody go tell you, say, are they not giving the northern states, are they not giving the northern state, new state? They are giving them states in the north just to get more allocation. But they are giving you states in the east just to divide you. If you think I'm lying, ask yourself, in their locations, what have you gotten different from what you get when you were Eastern region? You are even getting lesser. When you were formerly Imo State, only Imo State, you don't have Abia, you don't have Ebonyi, you don't have Enugu, all of them were in Anambra State. Then go and check the allocation you get then. If you get 20% of allocation, okay, if you get 10% of allocation of that country, then now that you are divided, put Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, what the other one, or put all of them together that were former Anambra, they don't get up to 5% now. Put you that say you are South, you are River Basin, you are Basin River, you are Sawana, you are whatever, you get nothing. But go check a common local, what a local government gets in Sokoto, you don't get it in the Cross River. You don't get it in Imo State. You don't get it in a Delta. You don't get it in a boy. No, they are only dividing us to separate us, to make us enemies to one another. And they are dividing themselves just to get the allocation. And at the end, they belong to one people. They are the ones that read meaning into what Calabar man speaks is different from what Abia man speak. They are the ones that are telling you that the Gala man is not. Listen, when I was in Abuja, I have this Gala man, a friend. Nothing, there is nothing, everything he do, he said, the way he live, the way he train his children is the same way my father was bringing me up. He's an elderly man, but he like me, he call me his friends. Matthew, no different. And yet, they don't believe they are the same. We are the same people. They believe they are different people because it's what they were told. They were told, their fathers were told that they are different people from you, and they grew up telling their children, growing up telling their children, and today it's the same thing. Go and find out, how did they bring this religion? Our people refuse to take or accept their religion. They have to kill us. They have to enforce it on us. How do you think that a good news will be given to you by killing you? How do you think that I will kill you to give your children good tomorrow, good future? No. Anybody that don't give you anything willingly, and you are not accepting it willingly in a good heart, that gift is not a good one. Nobody forces you to accept anything good. Nobody can force you to accept anything good. That is why our Prime Minister said, those that are not accepting this offer of sit at home now, they are those that will cry tomorrow. That is why he keep making it clear to people that we are not forcing anybody on sit at home. Because sit at home is something you know that is your own duty to do. But they have brainwashed us and taught us to love our oppressors and hate our saviors. We have learned to hate our salvation and embrace our oppressors. Today, they tell you, you are not north, you are south, you are east, you are what do you call them again? They gave us many names just to separate us. At the end, you ask yourself, in Yoruba land, why don't they have south? Why don't they have west? Why don't they have south, east? No, you should just shake our land. And it just bleed my heart that our people, till now that I'm talking to you, some people still believe that one day something good is going to come out of that country you call Nigeria. Beautiful name. Beautiful name for beautiful fools. They told you the name was gotten from river. But they have not told you, they did not tell you that the name was a former business empire of a man or a woman that later was sold to somebody called the Lever Brothers. And then the name was changed. They have not told you that our blood has been the most precious thing. When Nigeria in what do you call it, somewhere in the middle belt in Niger or in Benue State, I've forgotten, Boko or something like that, where they got Igbo man, got Yoruba man, and they got middle belt man, and they killed them and make their blood to flow together. Ask yourself, why didn't they add the blood of Funani there so that it will be a greater covenant? They know that Funani man doesn't belong to that land. They know that Funani man is just a common stranger. We have come a long way to this point, and if we refuse to take it up from now, it go hard. It go hard, and as it go hard, now we go suffer. I'm telling us the truth. I'm telling us the truth. If it hard, now we, me and you, our children, now we go suffer them together. And let me tell you the truth. It's the option of either you fight to get Biafra now, or you begin to look for a place to go to. And let me tell you the truth. Don't think it's just you run to Ghana. Ghana, a time will come when Ghana will ask you to go home. If you remember that there was a time Ghanaians were in our land, and it comes the time that we as Ghanaians, it's time to go home. Go home. Our spaces are not enough for us again. Time will always come. If you are in a foreign land, time will come when they will give you leg, when they will give you condition, When they will give you condition that you will not be able to take, you say, it's better I go home. Where will you go? Are you going to go back to the place that Funanis have taken over? Are you going to go back to the place that you will be, your head will be cut off and the stick will be shook into one stick and raise it up? You remember how they used to do it? They did it to Akaluka, they did it to Ohu again, they did it to so many people. When they cut your head, come on, they will put them for stick, carry and raise them up, and the police will be there, army will be there, and nothing will happen. But me and you, have you ever asked yourself, why is it that they are fighting in our land? Why is there, why is our land militarized? Why? Why? Have you asked yourself why they are fighting the Eastern Security Network? From the day one they were launched, they have become terror. Why? They have never killed anybody before they started fighting them. They just launched ESN to wage war against the Fulani terrorists that are coming from inside the bushes to attack, to rape, to kill in our land. And Nigeria authority deployed their security operatives immediately. All the armed forces go hell loose on our land. They came to our land, searching for ESN, arresting people. Every young man they see that crosses road, they will take that young man. Till now, none of those people they took away has come back. And I'm not sure if they are making it back again. Because all these pennies and the kidneys we heard that have been sold to China and all the rest of them, they are our brothers, our sisters. They are fighting ESN. Just simple. Not because ESN is doing anything wrong, but because the original plan is that the Fulani terrorists will come like headers, and gradually the way you see them doing it in Benue today, doing it in Jos, doing it in Plateau, doing it in Lower Kaduna, is the same way they wanted to do it, as it is happening, as people are crying today and going into IDP camp today in Benue, in Jos, in Plateau, and in Niger. That is what we should have been going through by now. But ESN stopped them because we have a brother, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who initiated ESN. And yet we are not grateful. We are not grateful. We want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die quick. Today, the trending thing is that anybody can go and they raise funds. I saw the brother of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu raising up for opening Radio Biafra or Biafra Radio, whatever he called it, and he is raising fund. What fund? What is that fund for? You don't have ESN, you are funding. What are you funding? What are you using that money for? It's all about money. That is our problem. That's why our leaders say that our problem is money. If we decide to ignore money to face the reality, we will come out with a greater result. But if we decide to keep looking at money, between money, I don't go market today. That my customer from Morocco for don't come, I for don't make gain for $1,000 today. I miss them. Make I go, make I wear clothes to go. This is our problem. And when you are thinking how much you will lose that day, you are not thinking about your life. You're not thinking about, if not for ESN today, this my Onisha market would have been gone by now. It would have been on flames, or it would have been a dust, but it would have been a desert. This my Abari area, Onisha Buka, all the rest of them, Enuguma, all of them, if not for the fear of ESN, they wouldn't have. You shouldn't. Nobody should have been telling you today, go to market. Don't listen to That boy in Finland, don't listen to that boy in Finland. Go to your market. He don't think about you. You wouldn't even have a place to go and push that your wheelbarrow. You are claiming that if you don't push a day, you will die of hunger. Because the whole place would have been taken over by now. And you, if living at all, if they never kill you, cut your head, or burn you alive, you will be living somewhere inside one useless IDP camp, built with tobacco super bag. When rain fall, it go swallow you. When swamp come, it go swallow you. That is why you have mouth to challenge this sit at home. That is why you have mouth to challenge the ESN. We call for fund. You don't want to come, and not that. Listen, it's not that some people don't want to come for fund that is my problem. My problem is that when they found out that some people are responding to the fundraising for ESN, they will discourage them. They will discourage them. That's my problem. And when you look at all these people that are discouraging those that are raising funds, that are supporting ESN, that are supporting Sitatum, they are in another man's land. Another man's land that they have built and secured with the blood, with the precious blood. You go there, you sit on another man's blood, you sit on another man's intelligence, and another man's sacrifice, on another man's breath, on another man's health, and you are there discouraging those that want to get their own freedom. I want you to ask Kalon Takano a question if you see him or if he is listening. I wonder, Kalon Takano, if you know that Martin Luther King had family, has siblings, has children. Till today, you don't know them. You don't hear them claiming one thing or the other. Mandela had children, had family. Where are they? Why did they budge out that time that they took up Mandela and say, I am the elder brother, I'm the younger brother, you must listen to me, I have all it takes, I must be in charge? Did you hear such thing? We don't learn. We don't learn. Our problem is that it must be me. It must be me or nobody else. It's either me or I will scatter it all. It's either me or I'll pour this milk for sand, make sand chop them. Instead you go chop them. We must learn, my people. We have come a long way to this point. If we fail to get this Biafra, we are all going to perish, or we will remain in it. And listen, even in this IDP camp we are talking about, it's just like when you say IDP camp, it sounds secure. IDP camp, you are not even secure even in that IDP camp, because they still come inside the IDP camp. They go come there, come kill you. They go come there and rape your children, rape your wife, rape your mama inside IDP camp. You know what IDP camp represent? Grave. Somebody pursues you and you run inside grave, and that person still come there and rape your mama, rape your children, rob you and kill you. When I was in Swiss, it was a time I don't have Swiss document, and whenever you hear that they are coming, we run away. We run away, we enter burial ground. You go enter burial ground, we go there burial ground, they drink. We go they drink, they play music, they dance. Police cannot, no police, they don't burn you well. Police cannot come inside burial ground. I was at the time they say, let us go to burial ground. They are coming for shake today. I said, burial ground. I said, I know they go. He said, that is the only place you will be safe. I said, why? They say police don't go inside burial ground to arrest anybody. Police don't go inside church to arrest anybody. And because the churches are always locked, go to burial ground. You'll be safe. Police will surround there and they will remain inside the burial ground. They will remain there until their time for duty, to change duty. They will leave. And when they leave, we will come out. That they don't go. Any day they are coming to shake, we go enter burial ground, go stay. And we dey buy our drink already, they carry our food, they carry snacks. When e reach, we go carry them for bag. They go in that morning, you just wake up, you go there because they are coming. So every day they will come, they go, they say that they talk to us, we go, they laugh together. But this one, IDP camp, you don't have your life, you don't have your freedom there even. They will still come there and kill you. My people, Audio. One thing I must tell us is that this freedom is all we have to do. It's all we have to get. It's all we need. We no get choice. We no get choice. We must get this freedom. Today again, we have the opportunity to support the ESN. Not only today, often and often, the ESN is there. You can make your donation every day. You can donate $1, $1.50 to any amount you can every day. I must say thank you so much. The host, I beg, Elder Godman is raising hand. It's like maybe network kicked him up. The host or co-host, I beg, bring up Elder Godman. I see him waving his hand. Just bring him in. Thank you, my people. God bless us all. I pray that we will make it into the land of Biafra. Amen. Can the host hear me? The co-host, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was fixing
you,
something.
Bring up Elder God, amen. Bring up Elder God, amen. It's like he lost, he was kicked out or something like that.
Yeah, I'm getting him up.
They're trying to stop what we are doing, but they will not be able to stop it. This gospel of redemption must continue. We will preach it. We will.
That's a wonderful submission. For us to add a little thing to what my brother, the government, our people in the government, the person of 247, Simon 247. Let's listen to what Mazinani Kanu said.
Is it coming out? Can anyone hear it? Is the volume okay?
Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out.
Okay. The end of Fulani Caliphate restarts in Olo, in Imo State, and that is what is happening today. I did not say it, Mazinani Kanu said. You are going to perish here. Your army will die in Biafran land. Fulani Empire, the end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Biafran land. It will start from Olo. I assure you that. The end of Fulani Caliphate in Sokoto will begin in Olo. Write it down somewhere. I told you this very good. The end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Olo in Imo State. Mark it down somewhere. You heard him. You heard him when he said it. That the end of Fulani Caliphate will start.
And today, you ask yourself, why is the war going on in Imo State? Because the end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Imo State. My brother, university is in the house. You can pick it up. Then after you go to the next, we go to the next person. Thank you.
Good evening from my side. Good evening, my great people of Biafra. I respect everyone here, and I thank the University of Coastal Region, the unification of the ancient people of Biafra. I thank everyone here. I'm not good at calling names, but I appreciate everyone here, and I thank you for giving me the mic. Actually, why I raised my hand was to thank our dear brother Annie for freedom for that his top-notch submission. I didn't know that our 247 is coming to make it even more clearer. Honestly, you guys have spoken my mind and all that I have known since I joined this freedom. I have always been against the
Alpha,
book of the Bible because someone is talking. Please,
Amen.
Ojuku, can you please mute your mic, please? So, because I know that a book that my enemy came with and the Bible to deceive us, lies all over the place, and we still continue to talk, to quote from that book. But it's people's preferences. Me, I have already known that it's my freedom that is paramount to me now, and I understand what it is. In that Bible, it is us that they are actually saying that Jesus, when Jesus was born, it is Biafrans. We are the light of the world, but they created that story earlier so that to confuse us so that we will not know ourselves. And upon that, you see, they are the darkness. See their wickedness. They also handed us over to the Fulanis to now finally bury us so that our history will be destroyed completely. And that is why they say in that their Bible that for us to know ourselves will be like passing a camel through the eye of a needle, because they thought they have succeeded. But our God, the Chukwokika, the God of the ancient people, have come to destroy them, because these are group of cabals. It's not actually the whole of all these Europeans. It's group of cabals who think that they can create a new world apart from the original creation of God. And now I'm sure that their eyes are clear that they are group of darkness people. They are a group of people that have failed in all their actions, in all their plans. They have failed. And so we are ready to take this freedom, either by declaration, by guerrilla war, anyhow they want it. We must get it. And it is now and no other time. Now we must get it. And through our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, he is on top gear. We must, every of us must support him, donate, whatever you can do. Me, I have been fighting so many battles, both in my family, everywhere. And I'm sure everyone is doing their best. We are this generation that we finish this. We are going to finish it now. This time around, our children will never do this again. We have won this battle. I have already seen it, and it's just for us to now be march in the land of Biafra, when everyone will be coming. Our leader said that it is like when that the Christ they created, but it is not true. It is the light. Everyone, all blacks from every part of the world, is going to look for it and follow it to come. That is that Christ. That's what it is. And know Christ. They all created all those lies. And today it is clearer to us. So we move. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. This submission this evening from my side is the best, one of the best I have heard today, and it has made me so happy. I thank you, everyone. Let us be strong, no wavering. Let us continue marching. Let us continue encouraging each other. Let us continue evangelizing. Continue anyhow you can. Any little is much. So we move. Continue to donate when you can. Thank you, everyone. I will be out, but I will rejoin when I'm back in the later. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. Let's continue this journey we are in. We're almost there. Thank you very much for giving me the mic. I love you all, Coastal Region. No, don't you ever. I know you are all the enemy. All of your coastal people will rise up and join you, and all of us will get this freedom now. Thank you. Let me stop. Let me yield my life.
Thank you very much for that submission. That was a wonderful submission. Thank you very much for that submission. Thank you very much. May the gods of the land continue to bless you. We have our brother Samuel Mighty Dot. Your hands have been up for a very long time. But let's give our brother the first that will never be the last. Let's give him some few time to give his submission. After that, you pick it up. Thank you. The first, you have the mic. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Godman, for a wonderful job. Thank you, Biafra Warrior Queen and University. You guys are making us proud. We have to hit from all corners, from all angles. We have to be the unsolvable equation that Nigeria can never solve until the freedom of the indigenous people of Biafra. I want to commend those that put in the effort to speak. It's not easy, and even host the space is not easy. I've been listening and I've been learning, because nobody knows everything. You learn as you go. And I just want to make it clear that, some of the opinions that have been said on the space, it is opinion. It is their opinion, just like they're entitled to do so. And it doesn't represent the government, but it is their opinion. And I just want to say thank you, everyone that made contribution. Thank you, all that. Biafra has a map. Biafra has a defined map. And in as much as we've told the zoo that no inch of Biafra land will ever be ceded, not to any Okoko, not to any idiot. It doesn't matter who you are. No inch of Biafra land will be ceded. Biafra has a map, and every consultation is still ongoing for any territory, anybody that is not on the map to join, and it goes through the government. And as we continue to learn who we are, because we don't even know who we are. There's so much lies that's been told about us. There's so much nonsense, misinformation that they've fed us growing up, a country that doesn't have history. Now learn on our own. We have to learn on our own, and we have like our people like Elder Godman, historians, people that study history, coming up with their own understanding, facts, and all that. And I just say thank you guys for doing the effort, because it's not easy. Thank you. Reason why I was on the listening section is because when it's topic like this, I like to listen more than talk, because you also learn by listening. And so thank you, and I'll continue to listen.
Thank you for that wonderful submission. May the ancestors continue to bless you. That was a wonderful submission from our brother, the first that can never be the last. Mighty Dot, Simon Ekpa, Mighty Dot, you have the mic. Thank you.
Greetings, the gods and the goddesses. I greet you all. I'm glad to be among my people today, once again, as we push forward for the emancipation of God's people, the originals, the beginners. So, one thing in this life that we have to understand is that identity is everything. Knowing who you are. This topic says the unification of the ancient people of Biafra, the great Biafrans in brackets. We have been the pace-setters right from time immemorial. For the fact that we are kind of backward in terms of civilization, according to when you're talking about civilization based on the definition of the West, is because we have always been spiritual people. We have never been people that are so greedy, are so into materialistic stuff. We like peace. And we have always existed in peace. We have always operated in peace. We have always embraced strangers, those both from this planet Earth and from another planet Earth that visited our ancestors. We have always had a peaceful union with them. When these people came out from wherever they came out from, that's when the problem began. You ask, why do they have upper hand over us? Because they got help somewhere. And now we accepted them, we underestimated them, they lord it over us for a very long time now. I was kind of bittered when Exodus, announced that we should not be talking about Christianity or religious thing on Sundays anymore, that we should put it on hold. I was bitter because for people to be free, you have to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, you now realize your worth. You realize how much what you are capable of. And everything that we are suffering from today ties back to who we are. What they've told us about who we are, the lies they've told us about who we are. And that lies is embedded in Christianity. It's embedded in Islam. They created these two religions so that we can be like cat and dog. Why they exploit us, why they oppress us. We'll be busy destroying ourselves. They invented these two religions into the land of Akabulan so that we will be busy fighting. Look, Christians are being slaughtered and they are praying to a God, whereas they are being slaughtered. All these things was manufactured, was created for the purpose. When you realize who you are, you will now come to the realization of the kind of exploits of what you're capable of. Self-worth. When you have that self-worth, you carry yourself with pride and dignity like a god. But look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Half of this thing happening in any country, that country will be on flame. Why? Because they use Christianity to tie us down. Who are the ones killing the other ones? Who are the ones exploiting the other ones? Look at the people we call our elders. Our brother talked about the man with gray hair, still denying that he's not evil. This is the cause. This is the problem. Because he does not know who he is. Those people tied down in that enclave, that dome of darkness called Nigeria, they don't know who they are. That is why in the Senate you hear they say, should we let the poor rest? Should we let the poor breathe? This is the joke, the level of the jokeness. And now, coming to what is happening in this very present time right now, this turmoil that you feel all over the world, feeling all over Africa. Like I said the other day, when a woman is pregnant and about to deliver during labor, the woman will be restless. All kinds of things will be happening to her. That is what is happening right now. Because the people, the originals are about to be liberated. That is why you see all these turmoils. The forces of darkness that have held us, that have been milking us. Without us, they will not survive. You've heard of the reports. The report that why this coup started in Niger Republic is because the people were tired. When they want to attack Boko Haram, ISWAP and Al-Qaeda. The government, that is their president, that Buhari brother, that evil, listen, he will tell them not to attack because the order is coming from France. People are slaughtering villagers, terrorists. But when they want to attack the soldiers, order will come from France to their president not to attack. That is to show you that everything that has been happening in Africa is being caused by the colonial. The people that have been slaughtering, the people in IDP camp, all these things is being sponsored by Britain directly. That is why Britain is now using the army, because they were able to. Why what happened in Niger cannot happen in Nigeria is because they were able to succeed in infiltrating the military. The military of Niger are not Boko Haram. They are not terrorists. That's why this coup is happening in every other countries, in Mali. Why that can never happen in Nigeria? Because Nigeria is the dome, the head of the snake that have been swallowing the Akabulan. The head of the snake that has been swallowing the people of Akabulan. The head is Nigeria. And the military has been infiltrated by terrorists. Terrorists cannot make a coup because that terrorist is being controlled all the way from Downing Street in Britain. That terrorist that is in Biafra land right now fighting us are being controlled by Britain. Basically, we are at war with Britain. Proxy war. Britain is coming to fight us using Nigerian forces who are terrorists. That is why coup can never happen in Nigeria. Anybody that tell you a coup will happen in Nigeria, that person is lying. But instead, they will use that military to take over Nigeria as a terrorist state. So we need to wake up our ass. Try as much as we can. If you are not in line, be in line for the liberation of Biafra. Because once that happens, I'm telling you, no forces on this planet Earth can defeat any country in Africa. Because we are going to make sure that that happens. The West, they will go dry. They will not get their uranium from the DJ. They will not get their oil from Biafra. They will not get all these natural resources from Africa, from Akabulan. That is why they are shaking. For the first time in a very long time, America is debating in the Capitol Hill right now about selective services, which is drafting people to join the army by force. For the first time in a long time. Is there any war going on anywhere? Okay, Ukraine or what? No, it's not Ukraine. It's not because of Ukraine that America is trying to start drafting people into the military through selective services. They know that their stronghold is about to be taken away. That hand that they've used, that clutch, they've hold Africa, Atabulan down. We are about to break their fingers away. That is why they are all shaking and getting prepared. But this time, that pregnancy has reached the last minute. And that baby will be delivered. And light will shine in the land of Akabulan, whether they like it or not. But you see that head, which is Nigeria. We must cut that head off this year. Thank you, my people.
Thank you for that wonderful summation. That was a wonderful summation from our brother, Mighty Dot. Thank you for that wonderful summation. Before we continue, before we call the next speaker, let's listen to this from our brother, Philip Effiong.
When you see things face, you'll see that there has been no holds barred in this war. As far as the Nigerians are concerned, it has been total, it has been all out. But the truth is this, that we are fighting for our survival. I mean, I don't know how we can best convince the world that this is really so.
The voice is going down.
See their way to talking peace.
It's not loud.
Is the volume okay now? Can anyone hear me? Is it okay now?
Yeah. Little bit. I'm talking now.
When you see things like that, you'll see that there has been no holds barred in this war. As far as the Nigerians are concerned, it has been total, it has been all out. But the truth is this, that we are fighting for our survival. I mean, I don't know how we can best convince the world that this is really so. Since we don't want to see their way to talking peace, we are quite ready that they will not talk peace, then we will not surrender. That is one thing we will not do. They can be sure of that. If the world wants the whole of Biafrans to be murdered in cold water, killed off, maybe they will do that. They will have their own Nigeria, but there will be nobody in it.
Did you hear that? He said, we are fighting for survival. I was not the one that said.
It was General Philip Effiong who said this, not me. You have heard him. The reason why we are doing what we are doing is because we are fighting for survival. If we stop doing what we are doing, we all will die. We all will die. The only thing that will keep us alive is Biafra. And you should don't forget, don't allow anyone tell you that Biafra came yesterday. Biafra have been existing since 1525. If I'm not making mistake, you can go and make your research. So Biafra is an ancient kingdom. Let's go to our sister Mary. You have the mic. Unmute yourself and talk to us. Thank you.
Okay, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, University of Coast and yeah. Yes, my people. And we are here to discover who we are. We are real Biafrans. No matter what Britain do or no matter what Britain did, and that for our forefathers, they tried their own best to make it who we are today. You know, a criminal can never give up unless you tell a criminal, this is full stop. And what I mean, Britain. Britain is the fault of our calamity today because they want to take what all belong to us. Thank you, my brother, to host this meeting today. You know what, Britain? Their tools they discover. They discover that Christian, it will be the tools to play to kill Biafrans. Because we Biafrans, we are the light of the whole black race, as they call. Ede?
We can't hear you again, our sister. It's like you are having issue with your network. When you are through, you can give us a signal while we give you back the mic. My brother, no, our sister Simon Ekpa Nwanyoma, our wonderful Nwanyoma, you have the mic. Unmute your mic and talk to us. Thank you.
Hello, my people. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, our university. God bless you so much. What I want to add in this thing is the division. I'm still thinking about it since morning. The division they put in us. They said they have 6 geopolitical zones. In the north, they have northeast, northwest. They came down to the east. They carved out some towns, some villages, and called them North Central. When they came down to the south, we are hearing southwest, southeast, south-south, which is not in any geography book. There is nothing like south-south in any geography book. So instead of them calling those towns and villages they carved out from the east, they went and called it north east, north central. So they just balkanized us so that we will not know what is happening. I've been thinking about this thing since morning. Everybody is talking. I was listening to them, and I am calculating what the hell did we do to these people? Because of the oil God gave us, because of all our minerals that God gave us. Like I used to tell people, they have not tapped 1/4 of what God gave us, because there is an iron pole at the back of my father's house. When I was 9 years, the white people, they came there and saw, I don't know what they saw, whether oil or any other thing, directly at the back of my father's house. They have not tapped anything yet. So because of it, Britain want to keep us in perpetual slavery. They want us to remain under their feet because of our own. Oh my God. What I am trying to tell our people is, now that we see this wind blowing around Africa, it is not a coincidence. It is what is destined to happen. If you look at why all these things are happening, is because of the subjugation of the West on us. How can a man from France, if you look at the geography, there is nowhere France is very close to us. France is never very close to Niger. How can they from France come to Niger and be taking our things just like that? Because of what? Eh? This thing will not happen in Nigeria. Coup will not happen again in Nigeria. If anybody is thinking that coup will happen, it will not happen, because Britain will put in their lives to see that it doesn't happen in the place they eat from. How can they lay pipe from my father's backyard all the way to them and be stealing our oil? Because to me, they are thieves. They are stealing our oil. Without our oil, their population will go hungry. Without our oil, they will have no light. And our people are not waking up. Eh? Some people will come and they say, Niger people, they like what they did. But Burkina Faso, they like what they did. But you use your stinking, dirty gutter mouth to criticize what Simon Ekpa is doing for us. Are you okay? Are you all right? What is the difference between what those people did and what Simon is doing now? They are liberating the people from the claws of the evil people. Simple. So whether they like it or not, Biafra will go away this year. We are sick and tired of all this rubbish. Since I was born up to today, I have not seen anything different in Nigeria. The only what I see is the other previous people will be better than the people that are So our people should wake up. I don't know if I'm thinking it, I don't know why are these people fighting what we are doing to liberate ourselves. And these are the people clapping for the people from Niger. Eh? One of them called me. I said, okay, you are clapping for Niger. What is the difference between what Niger people are doing and what Simon is doing? Because of Simon is killing now. I say, who did Simon kill? Tell your government to take away their military from our street. Let us see who is killing who. Are you daft? Are you daft? Eh? We must key into this thing that is happening in Africa. We must key in. Ojukwu said, had it been he knew that the oil will still be in our land until then. He said many people came and told him, we will mine your oil for 50 years. We will help you and fight. Ojukwu said no. That oil, Britain are still mining it up to today and are ready to die because of the oil from my father's house. And we are not going to let them do it again. It won't happen no more. We have risen up, we have risen up. And for those people that are online talking trash, let them go and fuck themselves. We don't give a damn this time around. Biafra must exist because their maltreatment to us is too much. It is too much. Eh? A whole France will come from where they come to Niger, take their things for free, go and develop their place, and they will use their own president as a puppet. People can't even see, can't see nothing. All their natural something are going to where? France. That is exactly how our own. But this time around, we will not allow them. We will not allow them. So those are brothers that they put in the northeast, north. Let them come back. Let them come back to who they are and fight for their lives. Because it's a matter of I must live. Allow me to live. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that wonderful submission. Thank you very much for that wonderful submission. Our own sister, may God continue to bless you. May the ancestors continue to give you wisdom. Our brother Otunwa, we have called you several times. It's like you were receiving advice.
Yes,
When our brother Ofodili finish, you pick it up from there. When Ofodili finish, you pick it up. Our brother Ofodili, Ofo, you can take it up from there. You have the mic. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, my Biafran warriors in the media. I greet you all from my location. Thank you, Nwanyoma, for that wonderful submission. That was really touching. I want to say that if we, by any means, drop this word now, I weep for the generations of Biafrans to come. I weep for the land of Biafra.
Otuwa Moya, why are you guys always coming here to lament and say drop the sword, drop the this, drop the that?
No,
I don't understand.
I'm not lamenting. I am saying that if we should by any means, I know that we are not going to, and that is what I'm saying, that nobody should by any means encourage dropping the sword, no matter because anyone crying against what is happening, what our PM is doing, they are all agents. Because when they can no longer fight with their sword, they come to blackmail, they come with emotional blackmail and conscience blackmail. Because they have rallied around all they can do, all they can think of, and it is not working. Now, if you think about, because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, used to bring the Bible when he's talking to, he said, you that claim you are a Christian, you are a pastor, you are a bishop, come, let us talk about the Bible. In the Bible, God changed the people's language when they plan to build a tower to reach heaven. Nobody there was hearing. So, if today you go anywhere and hear somebody speak anything related to what you are speaking, there's nothing else that should make you think that there is a connection between you and the person. If you go anywhere and see anybody behaving the way you are behaving or doing anything the way you are doing it, there must be a connection, you and that person. Because according to that story, nobody was hearing what the other person is saying. So I cannot be doing the thing you are not here. I can't hear what you are saying. I can't understand what you are saying. So I'm doing what I understand. You are doing what you understand. So there's no way we can be doing the same thing. There's no way. So the whole method of that story they told us in the Bible, they knew that the collectiveness of the people of Biafra would destroy them without any extra effort put in it. They knew this. They knew this. And that was why they reinvented that method of division after the civil war, because they never believed what they got in that civil war. They never believed that a people they thought they were coming to just wipe out held them still for a 3 solid years. 3 solid years they held them and defeated them. They were defeated. They were defeated. If you read about what happened about that genocide very well, you will know and understand that they were defeated. So they were surprised. They never, at any point in time, thought about what they got. It never occurred to them. They didn't see it coming. So they reinvented that method. Now came and divided and shared the other one, shared the other one. You belong here, you belong here, you belong here. This thing worked because when those people who were there, when they did this evil, when they began to give birth to the later generations, they refused to tell them history. They refused to tell them stories. They refused to teach them. This is what happened. This is what happened. And those people that open their mouth today to tell you they are South, they are this, they are that, if you ask that person about the person's origin, the person cannot tell you. That person cannot tell you. I was in one live program with when our leader was doing live program. Somebody called. Is from Akwa Ibom, I think, and he called in and told Onyendu that in his previous broadcast, he told them, especially those of them that are located in that place they call South, because South does not exist anywhere in the world. He said, go back and ask your parents, your father, your mother, your grandfather, your grandmother, or anybody you can ask. Ask the person your origin. Where are you from? And the guy said he went back and asked his father, where are we from? Can you tell me about our origin? And the father could not tell him. The father didn't even know his origin, which means his own father didn't tell him his origin. Did you fall from heaven? And the guy said, from that day, he now knew that he is a Biafran and he is a die-hard one till date. So many of them don't even know their history. But the tragedy, the tragic thing, and the saddest thing is that when you are talking to these buffoons, they don't listen to you. That is the greatest. I don't know what they used to do them. That you will be telling them, but they will not hear. They don't know and they don't want to know. That is the problem. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done a great job, which we will continue. We have continued. Our PM has continued, and everyone in the media, through Biafrans in the media, have continued to do this, because this one now we are doing, it is very good, because I know there are some people here who don't even know a bit of what have been discussed here today. There are people here who don't even know in 1/4 of what have been told, the history that have been told here today. It is still good. If you listen, go and ask questions. Go and ask questions. Someone said, I've forgotten this man, he said, if you want to hide something from an African, write it in a book, put it in a book. If you want to hide something for an African, put it in a book. Originally, we are Akebulon, and because they have discovered that we, the people of Akebulon, we are lazy in reading. We don't like reading. We don't like reading, and that is our deficiency. That is our deficiency. I know by inspiration of Chukwuokike Abiama, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been able to uncover some secrets, but he didn't. I know Elohim did not reveal everything to him. He got orders from reading, research. Our people don't do research. Our people don't do research. We are too lazy to study, to reading. And because of this, they now came and even took history away from our educational curriculum. Because if in other courses you do in school, they give you assignment, and when they give you assignment, you go to research about the assignment to write it so that you pass. They know that in history you must be given an assignment, and on the process of writing an assignment, you will uncover one secret that nobody ever knew. They thought all these things they did to the Biafran people were all hidden. They thought they were all hidden. They didn't know that all of them were recorded. Even the pictures, the awful pictures of our people suffering during the war, I am sure they never knew that those pictures are there. When it started resurfacing, they are surprised because they didn't know the way they used media against Biafrans. They never knew, they never thought that all those pictures were covered. Hidden histories. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something. He said, how you know the die-hard Biafrans, how you know those who are Biafrans, that they have natural hatred for Nigeria. He said it in one of his broadcasts, and I've never forgotten. He said, how you know the true Biafrans, they have natural hatred for Nigeria. Because you cannot know the history of Nigeria, how Nigeria came to be, the process, what they have done to we Biafra, and you love them. The more history you know about Nigeria, the more hatred, the more you would never want Biafra, Nigeria to exist for even the next second. You would not want Nigeria to exist for the next second if you know history. Nke a bụkwa ma ọ bụrụ na ịbụ onye ihe na-ewute. If you are somebody that gets angry about something that is not good, because some people are I don't care people. Once you can give them money for tea or money for bread, they don't care. They just eat, drink, and go and sleep. That's all. That is what they care for. But if you are somebody that gets angry about evil, about injustice, about something that is not good, you will not want Nigeria to exist the next second. I'm telling you.
Round up because we are bringing the space down by 7 because there is a fundraising coming up.
Okay,
thank you.
Let me round up. So my people, we should never drop this sword. This sword will remain up until our freedom. Our flag will be raised up to go and meet that sword. When our flag is up, then the sword will come down. We will never drop this sword. Everybody, if you know any area you can fight this fight, you fight this fight, because we are seeing the finishing line. And when we get to the finishing line, that is where we put all the energy, because the finishing line, what we do with the finishing line will determine the usefulness of the whole struggle. If we fuck up on the finishing line, that means all the struggles, everything we have been through in the struggle are all a waste. But this fight, we must fight it, and we must get our freedom and victory. All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra, all hail Biafra.
Biafra hail you. Thank you for that wonderful submission. Otumwa, you can pick it up. We are running out of time. Thank you.
Yes, I greet you, great Biafrans. So much in can day one. I won't waste any time. From everything government said about the encroachment of these people into Africa. You will see that some places belonging to the DCOG has been taken over by these Arabs, and they are still coming down. And you ask yourself, question, what are our people doing to stop them? You see, a lot of us are still there now. About Arabanku, our people are still dancing Arabanku every day. You ask yourself, what if you seek solution? Then you ask or yourself, what is the cause of this? And you see, if you are intelligent, you will see everything they put in place to deceive our people, made us to drop our force, what we have before to defend ourselves. They gave us something that every Sunday you see our people, I'm going to church, I'm doing this. That is what they use to deceive us. They are still bringing more strategies like all this LGBT nonsense. Our people are grabbing it, and I think that very nonsense is targeted on our people so that the gullible ones will grab it. We stop giving birth. Why the Arabics, they are marrying 5, 10 wives, and the population doesn't happen in their place. It's only in our place. They are doing population, giving us depopulation, giving us church, giving us LGBT, giving us so many things that will kill us off, and our people are still sleeping. It raises a lot of concern for people to raise up or to rise up. We must start here. We are looking for solution. Is what brought us here, and we are here. We must gather ourselves together, stop fighting each other, go around our prime minister, because this is our own. We must support him. We must support him with everything so that we will not be wiped out of this earth. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful submission. We are running out of time. We have just 7 minutes left to shut down this space. To add more to what you just said, the reason why we are fighting for Biafra is because we are fighting for survival. If you don't know that, you have to know that today. Let me tell you what you'd never know. The Caucasians have 100,000 years plan that they are achieving gradually. And when you talk about Arabs, they are Caucasian too. Don't forget, we have only 2 races in this world. The indigenous people, who are you and me, and every indigenous human being that does not descend from Arab tribe, and the Caucasians. When you talk about the Caucasians, that is where you have the Arabs and all the people that have those color. Like the Fulani, they are the Babas tribe of Arabs. So know your enemy. The Caucasians have 100,000 years agenda. There is what they call Agenda 21. What is Agenda 21? Agenda 21 said that the earth is overpopulated, that they have to eliminate the middle class so that it will the only people that will be left are the rich. When they are talking about the middle class, the poor is inside the middle class, because in the West they don't have the poor. The only thing they have is the rich and the middle class. Now, when they talk about middle class, know that entire Africa is part of the middle class. People who literally think cheap, because people who oppose the idea of the world order that you are seeing today, because they already bought tickets, because they believe they already bought tickets to sail that ship, that first ship that you call Titanic, the Titanic. People who sink the ship because there are four people who are richer than them that said, no, this agenda you people have is not a good one. They sink the ship and kill them because of that reason. And you think they will spare you because you are not in America? The reason why they are giving you LGBT is because they want to control your population. The moment they have been able to stop your reproduction, the few one can be easily manipulated. That is why they control you with their puppets. Why their puppets control you with religion and with your monarchs. It's as simple as that. This is the reason why the world doesn't like people like us, that we want to open your eyes and make you to become a reserve, that we want to separate you from the illusion because we have just two people. It's either you are living in the illusion of you or you are living in the reserve of you. The moment you are awake, you are living in the reserve of you. And if you become a reserve, you are dangerous to the government, to the public, to everything, even to the so-called elites. But what we know is that elites don't exist. They try to create this faction that will make it look like some people are more superior to others because they believe that the world belongs to them. They decide, they control the world. They decide who lives and who dies. The reason why we are fighting for Biafra is because of many, many reasons. Biafra will restore sanity into the world. Do you know now that the governments we have today literally manufacture things that shorten the lifespan of people? That is when you have your food, like many of you who are eating chicken. You don't know that the chicken you are eating daily is poisoned because they are being trained with something that make it grow rapidly, and that thing is dangerous to your health. Do you also know that most of the things you eat are being poisoned? If a crop that is being grown with pesticide that kill the pest, it is not healthy for the pest. What make you think that is healthy for your consumption? Biafra will end a lot of things. Farmers nowadays don't create cure. Instead, they maintain your sickness because if they should create cure, the moment you are being cured, they lose money. In the world of health, a patient cure is a customer loss. And when a patient that died is also a customer loss. So what they do is they keep on maintaining that pain. You will always come and buy cure. They will keep on sustaining it. They will never cure you. All these things are the reason why the world is against Biafra. Biafra will restore sanity into the world. Biafra will restore peace into the world. We are not backing an inch in the quest for Biafra. I want to thank you all, each and every one of you that is here. We have someone that is raising up his hand, but we are rounding up. Okay, you can take 1 second, be quick about it because we have just 2 minutes to shut down. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Simon Afro Pop. You have the mic. Be quick.
Yeah. Okay, let me just make this submission. Since morning I've been in the space listening, and I'm just like a student learning. But it's just like the more I listen to the space, the more I come up here, the more I get angry. But the only thing I have to say is that let everybody that is in this quest to stand strong, because all the findings and everything research, and I just come to conclusion that Biafra is the only solution to humanity, most especially to those in Africa. So we have to stand strong. Every damn thing that has been happening, they try to keep us in dark, and but The only final solution is Biafra. So please, I just beg every one of us here, those that are sabos, those that are the real Biafrans, let us just stand strong. Biafra is the only solution to humanity. Thank you. Just because of time, let me just conclude this. So Biafra or nothing. Biafra is our destination, no matter what. No matter what any man can say or whatever. Biafra is the final solution to humanity. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful submission. The University of Costa Region, do you have anything to say before we shut down? If you have anything, you can go on because the fundraising is about to start. It looks like he's not close to his system. The daughters of our ancestors, our hosts, thank you very much. If you have anything to add to what we are doing, you can give your submission before you shut down the space. Thank you. It looks like none of them are close to their system. My people, my brothers and sisters, wonderful people of Biafran, great Biafrans, we are ending this program so that we can join them for the fundraising tonight. It's already 7:01 in Biafran time. Thank you for the time. Thank you, each and every one of you. Our space is still coming up next week, Saturday. We always do our program every Saturday. By next week, Saturday, we'll still come up with this program. Thank you.